Yo, 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 what's up? This is your boy Ace Kennedy, Mr. Game 6. We'll get into that in a little bit. For those of y'all that do not know, we'll talk about that. I know something's a little different, but don't worry about it because everything will be explained shortly. This is your boy Ace Kennedy, and we got a host of things to get into this evening, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm sitting up here trying to make sure that I got everybody ready to go. Yeah, it's gonna be a live show tonight. Um, we got so much to get into tonight. Like I said, we're gonna talk about a little bit of Megs Thee Stallion. We're gonna get into Bun B. We're gonna get into, of course, we're gonna talk about playoff stuff. Sitting up here trying to edit my privacy on here. I don't know why this thing is acting up, but we live, man, and about to bring in my boy. He's getting all set up. He wanted to make sure that y'all was ready. You know him and the antics, him and the antics. But we gonna make this thing happen. I hope everybody's enjoying their weeks thus far, even though it's only Tuesday. But it's been a lot going on already. On my side, you know what I'm saying? We have a bunch of people that just started school. So people are dealing with this web link stuff and trying to make sure kids is good to go. It's been crazy. Yo, there he is.
We in here. What's happening? What's
happening with you, brother?
Hey, brother, I am.
We got.
Listen, bro. I'm saying I'm used to being on the other side over here, man. Put me on. Bring it back. There we go. We back.
Yo,
look, I don't know why that looked weird just being on the other side like that, bro.
I ain't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hey, all bro, right, let me tell you what I think is crazy, bro. Two things, right? Did you see? I got three things that I saw. Bro, for starters, did you see that there was a satellite that captured a Chinese submarine parked into an underwater base like G.I. Joe's, like it was underwater base in Chinese. Now, who knows how long this has existed? The satellite just by chance had been flying around in this little island that's off of the coast of China somewhere. They had a sub. Dog, I was here thinking like, dog, G.I. Joe was ahead of his time though, bro. Because it's real, bro.
And no one attacked the battle, man. Yo, let's kick this thing off the right way, bro.
Get that music on, man. Give me a theme going. Let's go. Cause I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh my gosh, Mr. Game 6. This boy that went R&B on me over here.
The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time.
Yep. Yes, sir.
The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time.
Yep. Oh my God. Are you all the way team mask now, bro? You masking up all the way? Did it finally work, bro?
No, not at all.
You can't hold it. Wait a minute. You can't bust out with a custom mask and then say you ain't all the way in on masks. So when masks are required, you ready then?
That's right.
I'll take it.
I needed that ultimate protection, brother. Who's gonna protect me better than Ace Kennedy?
Oh my God.
And Ace.
Oh my God. I you know what? I'm okay with that, bro. If that's what it takes, then we good, then, bro. We good with that. I'll take it. It looks fresh. I'm not gonna hate on it. It looks fresh, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's fly. It's fresh. Now I'm actually mad that you didn't have it in your video, bro.
Well, I just got it.
Yeah, that's what I was at. Yeah. I'm not mad at that. That looks pretty fresh though, man. Let me turn my speaker on right quick because we got some things. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to before we get started.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Lone Branch Mark and the big homie Chris Top, the bad guy, for holding it down last week. Hey, man. Friday episode was fire episode. I actually went back and watched the whole time. And, not to seem like I'm obsessed with myself, not that I'm just too obsessed with the pod, but I went back and I died laughing, cracking up at us on the pod anyway, though, bro. Yeah. So shout out to my brothers, though, bro, for holding it down. Had a good time, though, man. Fire show on last Friday. Yeah.
Shout out to them boys. They were for their first and last appearance on the Slash Brothers podcast. They will not be replacing me anymore.
It was dope, man. Yeah, listen, bro.
It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I was, in between the games. Me and Deuce was listening to it. We were listening to it on the way back from the game. So no, it was super dope. I would definitely wanted to give my take on stuff, but I was I was super grateful for them. Always intriguing to hear somebody else's take on stuff. Yeah. Genuinely, since you and I pretty much have a contrary to what people might think, we have pretty similar tastes. But yeah, it was interesting to see their take on things. So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Hey man, you know what I think? Under very, very underrated story that I don't think people are quite talking about. Maybe it's just me.
What's up?
I saw that Kim Jong-un, the dictator of North Korea, is in a coma, bro. Like, that has world implications, though, bro. The boy's in a coma. And here's the crazy thing, though, bro. His little sister taking over the family business for the time being, though, bro. And Ace Kennedy, I got to be completely honest, though, man, because it used to drive me crazy when people say all black people look alike. But, bro, this girl looks just like the girl from Crouching Tiger who also played in Rush Hour 2, who was trying to kill Chris. She looks just like her homeboy. I was like, oh, my gosh, though. She might just be like that. Like, I don't know. He was in a coma, though, apparently, but maybe he's trying to keep everybody on their toes. But I have heard that he's been ill, but they said that she's taking over on there, man.
Nah, bro. The news was that he died about 2 or 3 months ago. They said he died. And so if he's in a coma, I don't know if that's still the move so that everybody, thinking that his power is gone or what happened. But no, the reports were about 2 or 3 months ago that he had died. So I wouldn't be surprised, but it's interesting, and we'll see what Lil Sis does though.
Hey, bro, they said that E40 died, bro. So I don't trust that when they say somebody died. You remember a couple years back there was that rumor E40 died though, man, and then he wound up. He had a song where he said some was out. So many rumors out and died. I thought that was hilarious though, bro. But but I thought it was crazy though, man. I was like, yo, why isn't like that? Why isn't more people talking about this? But when I looked at it, maybe it's, what I think is crazy, bro. You know how they do sometimes where somebody gets arrested and then they pick the absolute worst picture that this person might be a valedictorian and he may have been doing sign language to help somebody get across the street. And you see that they got a picture of him throwing up a B or a big C. And he looks like but this picture that they showed of her looks like she is about to whip somebody's tail. She looks like she's like a praying mantis, bro. Like she might just rip your head off though, bro. But anyway, I thought that it was just me. Hey,
what's up?
Did you see the trailer with the boy, the Batman? What's the boy from? Listen, I've been meaning to ask you. Listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you though, bro. I was not looking forward to it when I saw that Robert Pattinson was going to be the new Batman. I was not looking forward to it. Because
you fell into the trap of only looking at what he did in Twilight. That's
all I've known him to do. What else has he done?
Bro, he's done several other movies where he's been serious. He's about to be in Tenet, with the boy Denzel Washington's son. Like, bro, you sleeping on the boy Rob?
Maybe I am. You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. It's probably the association with Kristen Stewart, though, bro. She's like the most bland faced actor, and so he was the same way.
Have you even seen her in anything else?
I have seen her in other movies, and she seems like she's very much the same girl from Twilight, bro.
Nah, you are very quick to do that to boy.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. You might be right, but I did not expect. But with that said, what do you think about the trailer, though, bro?
The trailer is exactly what I thought it was going to look like. I love the fact that Matt Reeves, he was the director of some of the Planet of the Apes movies, and he did his thing. Like he said, he was making a noir film, something that was more detective based, and this was going to be a younger Batman. This is like year 2 Batman. And you see, he's very ruthless. You see how they left all the little clues and stuff. It's got Catwoman in it, played by Zoe Kravitz.
Bro, love her.
You see, Detective Gordon is old boy from Westworld. He played also in Hunger.
People Hernandez from Shaft, there, boy.
Yeah.
Listen, you talk about somebody with some acting range, bro. I never see him play like the same type of character multiple times, though, bro.
I've seen him play the similar character in Westworld and in Hunger Games. He was kind of similar, but I know what you're saying. He does. This dude can go. But this is DC weekend, bro. DC took over this weekend, bro.
DC's been doing. I've been very surprised because I saw that they had
Wonder Woman 84.
The Wonder Woman. Yeah, I'm hyped about that.
Had that trailer drop. They had the Suicide Squad trailer drop.
They had
the Batman trailers drop. They had the video games dropping. I know you've seen the Joker. Like, yo, DC,
they gotta do something though, because Marvel has been killing them with a Jason knife and Freddy's glove in the other hand, bro. They've been killing them. So I was pleasantly surprised. I've been dying to ask you that because I know that you're behind the scenes. You got your sources. I don't got them kind of sources though, man. And I saw that and I was like, yo, they dropping bangers back to back to back.
Yeah, they had a weekend where they were trying to get everything. Oh, man, you almost made me forget. Bro, they dropped the trailer for the doggone Snyder cut of Justice League, bro.
Yes, yeah.
Black suit Superman.
A lot of stuff going. I was like, yo, okay, DC.
Yeah. What's up, Gary? What's up, Charmaine? Mark, I see you. Kim, how y'all doing, man? Shout out to
the homeboy Gary, original BOX member, day one BOX member. There we go. Shout out to the homegirl Charmaine, though. Me and Charmaine. Yes, bro. Charmaine used to hold it down with the boy. This is back in the West days, though, bro. Like this is So this was funny when we was when we was out there at making them Oklahoma City trips, right?
Mm-hmm. The original gas runs.
We was doing the original gas runs, and we was sliding on out there, bro. Charmaine was the one that was clocking me in while I wasn't there, bro. Shout out to Charmaine, though, man. Always got love for Charmaine. She was holding the boy down, though, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the statute of limitations is up now. So
I can talk about that now, though. And shout out to the homeboy Mark, the whole Long Branch Mark, as always. Appreciate y'all for checking in.
Y'all recognize that when you guys, what's going on, Ralph? Y'all make sure y'all recognize the reason why y'all have to prepay for gas now is because of Charles Venus. Y'all just
I'm a trendsetter, bro. I'm a trendsetter. Shout out.
But you know what? In sad news, bro, we need to bring up Jacob Blake has been shot at least 7 to 8 times by cops in Wisconsin, and they are, protesting like crazy. This is yet another senseless shooting of a black man, 29 years old, had 6 kids, and at the time of shooting, his 3 sons were actually in the car, and my heart goes out to that entire family. And we have to bring this up yet again. Like the fight is not over. Like we can continually add names to this list of senseless shootings and police brutality. And the sad part is the cops did not have body cams. And this is something that they have been pushing for the last 5 years, to have body cams on cops. And so the silver lining is they're like, oh, well, now this is going to fast track that. They're looking to possibly get them, which when I say fast track, it's not fast enough, because they're talking about even 2022 before that even can go into effect. They also were saying that they did have the dash cams, but they don't know how much of the dash cams have picked up. The cops have been put on administrative leave until they can figure out an investigation. It's possibly going to take about 30 days. Charles Venus, we talk about this yet again. What say you?
Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm absolutely disgusted with the whole entire thing. And I'm gonna tell you the reason for my disgust. Let me adjust my light for real quick here, man. I think the thing that I'm tired of, right? The thing that I'm tired of seeing more than anything is I'm tired of the unarmed, right? I don't know what it is to be a cop. I've never wanted to be a cop, right? But I think that part of the training, maybe I'm just looking at being a police officer all wrong. But I've always thought that when you're a cop, that part of you're trained to deal with the scenario that if somebody doesn't have a weapon, that there's other things that you can do. I'm not saying, I know that they ban, chokeholds and knees and the neck and all that other stuff. But I'm just saying though, like, surely now, right? When is deadly force? What are the rules of engagement, right? If in the army, right? If you're at war, and part of the rules of, and you know this more than I don't want to pretend I didn't go to the Air Force. I skipped out on going to the Air Force.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
There are rules of engagement where if for some reason, if you kill someone who's unarmed, I'm sure there are consequences. So what frustrates me the most about when you see these things are the consequences, and that there are none. And I understand that, to some point, you have to, there's the benefit of the doubt, but there's the protection that also comes with the bads that I just don't think that other industries necessarily have, right? You can fire somebody, you can sue, and you can do all these other things and everything like that. But I think that there is this assumption of this coverage. When I looked at this, man, I can understand from a standpoint that the police are saying, hey, you know what? He went to his car, but you saw him walk all the way around there. So at that point, like, what is your thinking that you can't just say, well, let me tackle him. Let me do something before he gets to his car, so that way I don't have to worry about it. And if for some reason, if it comes out that, hey, you know what? He wasn't going to do nothing, we can talk that out, but you're alive to still talk about it. But I just think that when you're shooting these dudes, cat, so that the ends of the dispute, that's the problem I have. I'm somewhere in between, bro. I think that police are necessary, but I also think that the idea of defunding the police, I don't know, it's reform, right? It's how do you change? And I would love to have a police officer explain this. Come on and explain this to me. But how is it? What is the thought process of, I'm just gonna let fire. I'm cat-cacking. That's what I think is crazy, because you look at that though, Ace, and these people, police officers, are just regular guys off the streets. They're very minimal training, they're very minimal requirements that it takes to be a police officer. So at some point, right, don't we got to check the screening process? Like, what's required to be a police officer? And then once you check the process, then you say, well, let's check the training. But it's when you see these things, I don't understand how anybody has been able to justify that someone's unarmed and the way that you diffuse the whole thing, right, letting off shots though. I've never been in that position, so I can't necessarily say, but what I'm saying is, as an outsider looking in, I just question the criteria to be a police officer, the training that it takes before you to put a gun in somebody's hand and say protect and serve. And then also, what training do they have? What is that training though, bro? It pisses me off though, to no end, to see that this is another fairly young black man that has these kids. And luckily, He survived this whole thing, right? So he's alive, and so far they just said he's not just, but he's paralyzed from the waist down. But my thing is that these kids, luckily, they still have their father around, but it could have went south fast. And I'm just tired of seeing these young Black men, and I'd be a fool to say that this doesn't happen to white people, Asian people. What I can say is what I see regularly is that it's happening all the time, and it's captured now. And so I don't want to. Ace, I'm just saying, to me, this is my thing. If you're scared, you shouldn't be a cop. I understand you're fearful of your life, but if pulling your gun is a quick solution every time, that makes you no different from a thug to me, bro. That makes you no different from when you say, oh, yeah, you know what? So-and-so pulled a gun because he was scared of getting them hands. That's what these dudes are looking like to me, though, bro. And so I would love to have somebody tell me why they're differently. Why is it that they have this shield of immunity that they can stand behind when somebody off the street, when you look at them and you say, oh, yeah, he pulled that gun out because that boy he was taking the L. He was getting his tail whipped. He was scared of them paws. That's the thing I don't understand about cops, though, bro. It really pisses me off to no end that cops seem to be trained to target, like something about them, and seeing these young Black men, it's a fearful thing. And so if you're fearful, if you're trained and you're taught to be fearful in that regards, that's what's making you pull a gun out on a Black man that fast. What is it about Black people that make these white officers that happen? And it's happened to Black officers, but I'd be curious to know, what is it about young Black men in particular that makes police officers so fearful? I cannot figure it out. What is it that you listen to rap music and you think everybody who's Black lives this? What is it? I don't know what it is that makes police so fearful of Black men that they target Black men more than anybody else. They arrest them more than anybody else. Like, what is it? And I would love to have a police officer join us and tell me exactly what it is, because for the life of me, bro, it really is disheartening to know that this dude was just 7 shots, dude, in the back. That means that he was walking away. 7 shots in the back, that this man was barely able to be there for his kids still, though, man. And people don't, I think about this, though, Ace, and what makes me so frustrated and furious about this, though, bro, is because when I think about this, it reminds me of the conversation that we had with Bree Gamble and Kim Jones, Javier. We were talking about them. And one of the things that I remember Bree saying was that these people don't care about what they leave behind. When you let off all these shots, it doesn't matter to them that this man had kids. You know, it doesn't matter to them. What is it to them? They're going to go home on administrative leave. They'll be right back because they're protected by the police union. Like, what is it to them, though, man? And so you leave behind some woman who now has to take care of 6 kids, if that's what he had. You got 6 kids now who's looking for daddy, and he can't do the things that he was able to do. Like, that's the stuff that drives me crazy, bro.
Yeah.
If for what I've gathered, this dude was there breaking up a fight.
Well, see, and that's the thing. That's one thing that I did read up on, that they said they don't have any information on what transpired ahead of time. Of course, they had to release the information that he did have I think a warrant out for his arrest for some other stuff, something completely different. I don't think it had anything to do with this particular incident. And they don't even know if the cops knew that he had a warrant prior to the event happening. But of course, that information has to be released in order to set up the justification for the cops doing whatever they did. The part that's really overwhelmingly sad for me is I have a 4-year-old. I have 2 13-year-olds, and I also have 2 17-year-olds. And the thing is that those kids were in the car. And so what happens here, if he as a Black man is afraid of authorities, right? And now his kids saw what happened.
Facts. You
have just trained them to fear the police even more after watching their father get shot like that.
Ace, I'm thankful that this man is still alive, but he took 7 shots to the back, point blank range. 7 shots within 4 feet of this man. 7. It's set. That my thing is that, bro, 7 shots. Like, you mean to tell me that you're trying to you were shooting to kill because you damn near emptied the clip. 7 shots within 4 feet. Is that necessary? And so my point to you is this, though, bro. What makes him what makes this cop any different from anybody who they say, oh, they're gang banging, these people who in Chicago, they out here killing? When people try to say, oh yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, there's police violence, and then there's black on black crime or white on white crime or whatever you said. The bottom line is that somebody does a crime, they kill someone, they go to jail. When these police officers are out here shooting to kill, they're covered, they're shielded, bro. So when I'm looking at this, what makes them that much different? Because they took an oath, because they wear a uniform? Like, who gives you the authority to be the judge and the juror and the executioner? You're literally, these officers are literally holding court in the street. Imagine if think about this though, bro. Imagine if all of these people, and you see, in Chicago, 150 deaths over one weekend, over a holiday and everything like that. Imagine, right? If they felt that whatever they were doing was justified, that they could just hold court out there in the street and not have any any kind of issues with that. How bad that really could be. If you get, what makes them different though, bro? That it pisses me off to no end, to just know that people feel fearful though, bro. It's like, dog, listen, it really boils my blood every time, and it never gets old. It's like it's all the same thing over and over and over. And thank God that this was captured, right? Because, like, to your point, they didn't have body cam on this. Maybe this particular police force doesn't have body cam, but it's captured. So how do you explain that though? Like, it doesn't matter. You can tell me what you were fearful of. You got to be able to tell me why you didn't get to this man. If you felt fearful, why didn't you get to this man? You had a partner before he got to his door. Why'd you let him go all the way around the car, walk to the stuff? There's so many things that you could have done. And my thing is that it goes back to the training. What are you trained to do? Are you trained in that scenario to just go ahead and let off shots, bro?
Here's the thing. Even if they thought maybe he's going back to his car for a weapon, right? At this point, why didn't you tase him? Like,
right.
He's not
dude. Y'all like to tase. That's what y'all do. You like to tase.
He is not a big dude. Like, there's so many questions and there's so many answers, obviously, that are left unanswered because of the fact we don't have more fact. But this is what happens when you leave people to speculate, because this is 2020. Most police organizations have body cams. There shouldn't be. I mean, even in Javier's case, where we couldn't even get the body cam footage. So the thing is that they are even being protective of that. So that's even more protection for them of, well, there's no record of what really happened. So we have to basically, it's going to be he said versus she said, you know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate. I mean, even this past weekend, I was taking Deuce to one of his games. I got pulled over. I was pulled over by a black cop. And I still had that sense of, okay, let me keep my hands on the wheel.
Yes.
Let me make sure that I addressed him as sir. You know what I'm saying? Let me flash my military ID a little bit. Like, there's like just any possible way that I
calling no damn police officer sir though, bro. They ain't get that from me, bro. I don't
listen. My son was in the car.
I get what you're saying though, because you have to train him to get ready to be in that scenario himself. As a driving young black man, it's part of the police etiquette that black people have to deal with, that nobody else really that I'm aware of has to have the conversation that you have. Police feel fearful at the sight of young black men, so you have to be extra just to make them feel comfortable.
My kids were in the car. I don't know what has went on in that dude's day. I did not want to become a statistic, and I had my 17-year-old son in the car. He needed to see how to deal with
absolutely,
because here's the thing: neither one of us knew why I got pulled over. I didn't speed. From my recollection, I didn't do anything illegal. It wasn't until he came and explained, like, hey, when you were crossing over lanes, you I felt like that was something illegal. And so we talked about it. I got off with a warning, but the thing was I had my hands on the steering wheel, 10 and 2. I said, and he said, I need your driver's license. I said, listen, I'm about to reach in my back pocket. He said, go right ahead. So I did that. Like I went through all the formalities because my thing is that I did not want to become a statistic. But why am I being fearful of interacting with the police officer? I have to do that.
Let me tell you what's crazy, bro. So me and the homie Derek, some time back, we're sitting here. This is when I'm 22, 23, right? I got my fly little Chrysler Sebring out here, two-door joint. We stunting out here though, bro, right? It was like I used to love this car, bro, right? So I'm dropping Derek off after work. We get pulled over, right? And we get pulled over because the police officer says, you guys fit the description, right? Now, this wasn't the first. This is like the second or third time in Gwinnett that I fit the description, right? Being 23 years old. So we fool around, bro, and we get pulled on over. And this is the wild part. He says, well, this is in December. So, your tags, renew every year. He said, yeah, but I also noticed that your tags are about to expire. So me and Derek looking at each other, we're like, what you mean? You pulled me over because you knew that my tags were about to expire, right? So he is loose. So I'm already having to keep him calm. And they was like, and gave me a speeding ticket when I wasn't speeding or whatever. And he was basically like, yo, you can go ahead and dispute this in court, and then they may be able to do whatever. And so my boy Derek is, back then, Derek was wild. He didn't cool down or whatever. But it was just my thing, though, even then, though, right, is that even then we felt that I was 23. So this is, 17 years ago, basically, that I still had the same feeling now, that I would have if I was pulled over. It's never, it's one of those things where I tell people all the time when Black people in general try to describe someone's privilege, that you have the privilege of never having to worry about that. You have the privilege of getting pulled over and never think that just going to jail is ever going to happen, or that you have the privilege of never feeling like this boy might pull his pistol out on me for whatever reason if I move the wrong way.
And here's the crazy thing, Charlie. I have my handgun license. Thank goodness I didn't have it in the vehicle at the time, because that's yet another situation that you just never know how that's going to go.
Never know, bro.
You never know.
Listen, I'm telling you this though, man. I'm absolutely disgusted by it though, man. I see that they pulled up, they're riding out there in that little small town at the police station or whatnot, though, man. I think that it's one of those things to where you like to think that not necessarily the people are moving on from George Floyd, but that people are coping with it. And then when this happens again, while people are healing still in the Midwest as well, no less. And then the fact that, this is again, you killed this man, and you attempted to kill this man in front of his kids, right? 7 shots, close range in front of his kids, bro.
3-year-old was in the car. Charlie is 4. She doesn't remember. She remembers everything. Charlie remembers everything. So you talking about a 3? Like, think about the sound. You know what I'm saying? We could say.
But my thing is that I don't think that you can over coverage this thing. No. I think that this one is one that it's one of those things that you had. So it's one of those things to me, bro, that again, when we talk about equality, and when we talk about when we talk about civil rights, and we're trying to say, when people talk about the blue lives matter, all lives matter, all of the other stuff, these are the things that we're talking about. Like this is the equality we're talking about. And Ace, I think that, and we can jump off of this one because, like we said, I just think that I'm gonna segue into it this way. I love seeing the NBA players still talk about it. I think that one of the concerns that some of the people like Kyrie had was that the work that can be done would be lost by them having an NBA season. And people like LeBron James was like, nah, we still can go ahead and do both. And so I love the NBA's approach to, stand where they stand. I love that players like LeBron, players like Kyrie, Chris Paul, all of the guys are very vocal about these kind of things. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the NBA, though.
Yeah.
Bro.
Now George Hill did come out and say this is exactly why we should not have restarted the NBA.
I saw that, bro. And you know what, though, man? I'm gonna tell you how I feel about that. It's like this. If you wanted to not play, then don't play, right? I don't think anybody would have looked at you sideways or whatnot. But don't wait until now.
Well, and
say this is why.
But at the same time, the NBA has done a phenomenal job of highlighting things that are going on. I mean,
Absolutely.
here it was. We'll get into this here. Even with the Lakers destroying the Blazers last night, LeBron's focus wasn't about the game. He mentioned a couple of points. Yeah, we played well. Mamba night, a whole bunch of stuff. But no, let's talk about what happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about voting. Let's talk like they did a phenomenal job of highlighting these.
Say what you want to say about LeBron James, though, bro, a GOAT or whatever you want to call it. You'd be hard pressed to find someone else in sports who's been more vocal about these kind of things than LeBron James.
Has so much more to lose than anybody.
Yes, absolutely. But listen, you brought this on up. Let's switch gears here a little bit, bro, because I was getting riled up, bro.
Yeah, it's
what is up with Portland, dog? People picked Portland to beat the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
The surprise. These boys and got dog walked the other day. Now Dame sprained his knee. He's out for this next game. They all the way done. They was losing, but are they done?
They're done, bro. And that's why I had to represent.
You had to
had the tribute from my boy Dame Dollar, man. Listen. So here's the bottom line. The Portland Trail Blazers, if they were at 100%, would give the Lakers problems. But
they were 100%.
No,
stop.
Can you let me finish? I thought this was my point.
Go ahead, my bad.
Okay. I thought this
was skill. Go ahead.
Do you like Shannon? I'm gonna let you
go first. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is by them, they aren't at 100%. Being at 100% means that Dame Dollar doesn't have a bruised finger. Dame Dollar doesn't have a knee issue. If they were at 100%, he would be playing in game 5. So when I say at 100%, so the Portland Trail Blazers have been in the playoffs since they entered the bubble. The Lakers just started the playoffs. So there comes a point in time when you're playing for your life every single game. It comes taxing. I'm not making excuses. They're in the playoffs. They are at the 8th seed. They knew what they were signing up for. Dame even said, I'm not coming to the bubble unless I have an opportunity to get to the 8th seed. And he did do that. He will be remembered for that. The thing is that unfortunately, the Lakers are an unstoppable force right now. They are doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing when they first got to the bubble. So I'm not making excuses, but no, I don't think that I do think that the Portland run is over. You still got McCullough that's still dealing with a back issue. We don't talk about it much because he doesn't complain about it. And like you said, if he's on the floor, then he's on the floor and he's going to play. I'm not making zero excuses. The Lakers are handling the business that they should be doing. They are the number 1 seed. This is the perk of being the number 1 seed. So you know what? If you own the floor, then because they had a dude last night that was balling out. I don't know who this dude was, number 44 for the Trailblazers. I'm like, yo, where was this dude at? This dude was. I mean, I get it when you getting off the bench and you getting them scrub minutes, and he's like, listen, I'm about to show.
Let it fly, boy. You got that contract season.
Hey, he was like 8 for 9, brother, and that dude was out there stroking that thing, bro. So no, much respect to the Lakers. They are doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm going to say right now, man, if the Lakers continue on the streak that they're on, they will be very hard to beat.
I just need to know. You said Nurkic was going to body Anthony Davis.
Listen, I said in the very beginning that Anthony Davis had to show me what he was capable of because he was not consistent. Last night was different. Last night was Kobe Day. They were dressed in the Kobe stuff. I do believe that Portland was set up yesterday, bro. I really do feel like Portland was set up. And so the thing is that by it being Kobe night, you know what I'm saying, LeBron was playing different than he's ever played before. LeBron ain't been out there stroking it since out there stroking it on the logos. Like, come on, bro. Like, it was just going for them last night. The calls that they were getting, like, it was 15-0 at the start of the game, bro. No excuses. Them boys was playing. What say you?
I tried to tell you, Ace Kennedy. I tried to tell you when you said Nurkic could guard him. I told you that the bottom line is that AD, he's too quick. His feet is that's
Charlie. Don't act like Nurkic ain't been hooping on AD because you even said it yourself. Stop.
Nurkic had one game. I'm talking about the whole series. Listen, AD, what I tried to tell, this is the difference. This is the difference between to me between AD and what makes him different from all the other big men, right? So all the other big men have always been big men, right? Nurkic has always probably played power forward center. Hassan Whiteside probably has always played power forward center, right? AD, on the other hand, was a guard, right? I believe AD was a point guard. So he naturally has point guard feet. Shot up over one summer, went from like 6'2" to this 6'10", almost 7-foot player, but he still has the natural instincts of a guard. He just filled out into a post player's body. So I think that while Nurkic is good, right, what makes AD different is that he has quick feet. Now, Nurkic, to me, would play well against somebody, I think, like the Joker, right? I think that Nurkic would play well against Rudy Gobert, right? I think Nurkic would play good against almost any other post player in the West except for AD, and it's just because he got the quick feet. Even if he guarded Kristaps Porzingis, which we got to talk about Dallas too, bro. But if he played against Kristaps, I think that what makes him different is that, like I said, Kristaps can shoot it, but his natural body doesn't say guard like AD, and that's where I think the difference is. He's a matchup nightmare because he's at 6'10" or whatever his height is, still step out and get around you when he wants to. That's what I told you was going to happen, and it happened exactly how I thought.
Okay, I need you to understand. I never once said that any.
You was hating on that boy.
No, it's not hating. That's you believing that. I said exactly what I felt about Anthony Davis. My thing was AD was not consistent. That's what I said. I told you that AD could be the best player on the floor, but he doesn't know that he could be the best player on the floor because he doesn't play like he could be the best player on the floor. All the analysts have said it, that AD is the best player on the Lakers, even over LeBron. But if you don't play like that on a consistent basis every single night, I'm not giving you credit for what you did 2 games ago. You got to show that every single. All
of the analysts didn't say that. I'm an analyst and I ain't say that, bro. Hey, listen, I got a theory. I'm going to run this by you. So Dallas, surprisingly, has taken the lead against Clippers. Everybody said the Clippers were going to be 2. It may be 2-2. I thought it was 3-2, but it might be 2-2.
I thought it was 2-2.
It may be 2-2. You might be right. But everybody says that Luka is the sole reason why they've been doing it. And I get it. I got a theory, though, Ace Kennedy. You ready for this, though, bro?
Here comes the hot take. Hold on.
It's not Luka, bro. The reason why the Mavs are putting in that work is because of Seth Curry. Let me tell you something, Skinny. Let me tell you where I'm going with this. Hear me out with it.
I know what you're about to say, but go ahead.
Okay. Seth Curry is married to Doc Rivers' daughter. Right? I'm going to take it a step further. Paul George used to date Seth Curry's wife before Seth Curry did.
Oh, no, I ain't know that.
Finish him.
Listen here. So Paul George cheated on Doc Rivers' girl, and that's how they ended up breaking up. Seth Curry comes into the picture down the road, right? So you've seen Seth Curry out here light it up. So you know the reason why, even though Luka is doing what Luka does, Seth Curry is balling out because every night he got to fight to prove his love, bro. And that is the reason why the Mavs are doing their thing is because Seth Curry is out there fighting to defend the honor of his girl. That is the reason why the Mavs are doing it, homeboy. You see how I put that together, bro? Did you see how I connected them dots, bro?
I see it.
Boy is out there defending the honor of his woman. He got a ball because when he get back to the crib, he gonna take his shirt off and beat his chest like, yo, old man out here averaging these 13 points trying to ride the coattail of Kawhi. Meanwhile, I'm out here busting his tail out here. Regular, bro.
Hey, look, I see the people that start slipping up calling him Steph Curry. They talking about that boy in disguise.
Yes. Listen, bro, that is where I'm going. I'm gonna leave that series right there because I think Seth Curry is the reason why the Mavs are turning up. And I think all of his boys must know that. And all of his boys is playing hard for him. And even though PG's missing them shots and he missed a point blank layup, I think if you look at it, Ace Kennedy, they're playing PG harder than they're playing Kawhi. And I think it's because all of them are getting their boys back, though, bro.
No, they playing him harder because they know who the 1A is on the team. You don't know who the 1A is.
Listen, bro, you can't be no 1A and score damn 12 points. You better go on up the street with that, boy.
Hey, everybody has slip ups, so you know what it is.
Finish him.
Hey, listen, bro. Let me switch subjects on you real quick, though, bro, because there's a couple things we got to talk to, man.
Hold on, time out. No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
What we got?
No, you ain't.
These some of these Thunder boys out here.
You ain't finna skip over my Thunder.
Go ahead. Talk yours.
Yeah, y'all better recognize Mr. Game 6 over here.
What we got, Mr. Game 6?
Game 6.
Hey.
That is a guarantee that you're gonna see your boy singing the national anthem.
Yes, sir.
For Game 6. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Thunder boys, man. Yo, them boys has been putting in work. Everybody has counted them out. Unfortunately, since there's so many storylines going on in the playoffs, that series has kind of flew under the radar because they haven't even been talking. I mean, Russ hasn't been playing, so they don't have that storyline to ride on. Like, oh, Russ is trying to beat his old team, or can Russ escape the first round of the playoffs because he's never done that? Like, all of that stuff has been on.
Called the pandemic P.
Y'all not finna do my boy PG like that. I'm gonna have PG shoe up there Friday, bro. Y'all ain't gonna be doing my boy like that.
I'm gonna let you talk your OKC stuff, but let me.
I had to go ahead and tweet my boy, man. I tweeted PG too. Bro.
Let me tell you what I saw that I died laughing about is that Charles Barkley said, "How you give yourself a nickname that you done gave yourself that ain't true? How you gonna call yourself Playoff Pete?" Listen, Ace. He said, that's just like me calling myself Championship Chuck. I died laughing when I saw that, bro. I said, nah, PG.
Yeah.
And then PG got out there talking about something. He got out there talking about, I ain't James Harden. I'm like, what you got to do this backhanded compliment to James Harden on, bro? Go somewhere, PG.
Hey, listen, y'all better leave my boy alone. He gonna be back this next game. Y'all gonna quit hating on my boy.
Shout out to the Thunder, though, bro, because I don't even know half the roster, and they out there getting it done, bro.
You ain't no real Thunder fan. That's what it is.
I'm a new Thunder fan, bro. I am new. I can't.
You've been a new Thunder fan for 3 years, bro.
Yeah. And they let go the boy who I like the most. The reason why I'm a Thunder fan.
Oh, fair weather. Fair weather.
No, it's not fair. I told you I'm a players first. Players get traded all the time, bro. I'm left with the Hawks. I mean, I'm saying what I'm supposed to do with that.
Put your young jersey and quit playing.
They gonna listen. If I get the likelihood I get a Trae Young jersey, they gonna trade him, bro. It never happened. I was gonna get a Jeff Teague jersey, and they traded him, bro.
Just get a Hawks t-shirt. Say it's for Jeff Teague.
I think I got a Hawks t-shirt somewhere in here.
Okay, but what was about to transition to before you was about to disrespect my team like that?
And so real quick though, man, I wanted to pick your brain. I saw Master P commenting about Brandy, not Brandy Kylie. We gotta talk about Brandy. But Monica, who's been trying to help the boy C Murder get on out of jail. C Murder's sentenced for a life sentence for killing some 16-year-old kid in the club. And Kim Kardashian also jumped out there and said she's going to put her resources on out there because they feel like, the boy C Murder might be able to get off because they don't feel like he did it. Anywho, Master P has some very interesting things to say about this because he was basically kind of giving his perspective of it. He also mentioned that, hey, man, I appreciate y'all for trying to go ahead and get my brother on out. I hope he get on now. But, Master P basically said, hey, he seems to be pretty ungrateful that he spent millions of dollars over the years of trying to go ahead and get some things to happen. And he's kind of put the stress on the family on trying to do that. And he said it just feels like the boy's been ungrateful. And I've seen where C Murder has had some pretty spicy things to say about Master P. Ace Kennedy, is Master P wrong for not just jumping out the window about this, bro?
He's not wrong. Here's the thing. Master P said it when he was talking about it. He basically said, listen, my family looks at me like I am the ATM. He said, I'm going to call it what it is. Because
$500 million.
The moment I say no, I'm every name in the book. The thing is that, but has C Murder stopped and sent me a card, made me a belt, even just said thank you. Like, that's my brother. I love him. And at the end of the day, none of his friends, the ones that he claiming is family right now, are going to be there for him at the end of the day.
Yep.
And so the family is going to be here. So the thing is that no, Master P is not wrong because he does not have to provide the things that he provides C Murder. He can only, he could just say, no, I'm going to give the dude my love. He said, I am tired of going to a place where somebody has to feel on me to check me to make sure I'm not bringing in contraband after I have left that life alone. I have publicly said that I have left that life alone. I don't do that anymore. And I'm not going to be going through all this and to see someone who is ungrateful. Like, no, this is not what I'm supposed to do or what I even have to do. So the thing is that Master P made that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is that choices is what run you into some positions that you're in. You and I had a private conversation about some issues of some family members that we know that have made some choices that place that they shouldn't be in, but they made those choices after being warned about what the consequences were.
Fact.
So the thing is that consequences comes from the decisions sometimes that you make. If you put yourself in a place that you could potentially involve yourself in things that you don't need to be a part of, that's a choice that you made. So I get where P is coming from, and I salute him because that is a very hard decision to make. But at the same time, it can also be a wake-up call because when you expect things to happen, when you put yourself in certain positions, you got to pay the consequences.
I think it's a very, very peculiar position to be in because you do think that, hey, Master P, they've been saying Master P's net worth was $500 million, ever since I was almost 18 years old, right? He was getting all that long, no limit money. And, with all things considered, I can understand why someone would say, listen, if you got $500 million, why don't you, if it takes you $50 million to get your brother out of jail, if he didn't do it, right, then why don't you just do it if it's just that? Well, I've never been tasked with just peeling off $50 million. I've never had the pleasure of having $500 million of a net worth, though, man. But at the same time, I also understand how something like that, how he could look at that and say, no, this is kind of taxing on my family because I also have kids. Now, I got my kids are older. And aside from my kids getting older now, there were other, people in their family who probably got older kids now and the grandkids. And, so I understand that. I think that, unfortunately, Master P said his friends are the reason why, and the choices that he made are the reason why he's locked up. He never said that he actually did that, right? So I do think that P feels like, yeah, you know what, there is some level of innocence, but he said a very interesting thing though. He was like, y'all don't understand how Louisiana work. And I've heard Lil Boosie say some of the same things about that as well, to where, listen, it's not as simple as put up a bunch of money and he's going to get out. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of time that it takes for you to go through that process. So I get it, man. It is a tough call to be able to say, I've done all that I can. Now I'm just going to accept this. And I'm pretty sure C Murder's in the inside thinking like, what you mean, bro? Like, do whatever you can. And you can do more. You got 500 million. Like, it's a responsibility that I think that's a tough thing to bear when you do got all the money and people look at you to say, hey, you know what, money is going to solve all of most people feel like money would solve most. Who wouldn't be good with a cool million sitting on it or whatever right now? So I get it though, bro. But I've seen though that in the past that C Murder has trashed Master P. And for that, if you Master P, you think outside of just the jail stuff, right? All the things that I've done for you in your life, and now you gonna trash me because I decided to walk away. Yeah. It's tough though, bro.
And like he said, he's like, listen, I didn't know he had social media. And he said, so whether it's him saying those words, he said, now some of that stuff doesn't even look like something he would say. But if it was him or if it was his people, he co-signed it. And like, nah. So if that's the case, then you're going to see this message. So, and you know, again, sometimes it takes that tough love in order to snap people back to reality, or when, you know, that money isn't there for the commissary or on them books or whatever the case may be. And it's like, yo, I didn't think about that he was doing this or how long this bill has been. And you know, like the comforts that he does get to enjoy, and the fact that everybody knows who his brother is. So it's a lot, man. And I'm not even trying to, you know, downplay what C Murder is going through being locked up. I'm not downplaying that either. But at the same time, though, you still have to remember who is holding you down. That's my only thing.
Hey, bro, shout out to Master P, though, man. Always one of my favorite. I reached out, I actually reached out to Master P to see if he would be on the remix of my song called Master P, though, homeboy. So yeah.
Shout out to P, but you mentioned another person in there, bro. You
Monica, bro.
And they come out of verses of Monica and Brandy, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This one made my day. This one took me back to the 90s. I love all things 90s, bro. And when I saw that this was happening, I immediately thought about probably 1997, maybe 96, 98, somewhere around there. The Boy Is Mine. Thinking that these girls really had a problem. They're out here in these streets fighting over some dude, though, homeboy.
Let me ask you this question, though, man. It's excited as I am about the potential for this versus battle. Do they both have 20 hits? Because I know Brandy do, but I don't know about the girl Monica, bro.
Well, I'm glad you said that because we contacted the research department.
Hey, man, the king of segues over here, bro.
Listen here, Ace.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Here's what I'm looking at. According to the research department, Brandy has far more hits in terms of top charting songs, but Monica's no slouch. I'm gonna get your opinion on who you think is gonna win this one. But here's what we got: Monica, Why I Love You So Much. Monica has With You. Monica has Don't Take It Personal, my favorite Monica song, probably of all of them. Monica has Before You Walk Out My Life. If they do The Boy Is Mine, let's say that's on there, right?
They'll probably do that last as a shared song.
I hope they do, yeah. She also has Angel of Mine. She has For You I Will. She has With You. She has So Gone. I can't wait till they play So Gone. That's what about that.
So Gone is going to be her heat-seeking missile, but that's Brandy going to murk her, bro.
She's going to play Love All Over Me. Love that song. Probably one of my favorite recent Monica songs. Should Have Known Better. One in a Lifetime. Every Time the Beat Drop. Atlanta favorite, by the way. You couldn't go in Atlanta without them playing. This was right around the time So Dept was back. When you hear Jermaine Dupri was saying, y'all know what this is, So Dept. So that's it. Street Symphony. Never could say goodbye. First Night. I forgot about First Night. I should make a move, but I won't. And then if I'm thinking something in wrong, that was the joint though, bro. That was high school too. And then she has Still Standing, though, bro. Those are the hits according to the research department. Now, what I am surprised to see, according to the research, is that Monica doesn't have very many features. Like, I just thought that she would be featured on more Atlanta artist records, but she's not. I'm kind of surprised by that. So, Ace Kennedy, Brandy, bro, has
hits,
and not just that, her albums. I forgot about her sales, bro. Brandy, first off, has I Want to Be Down. I think that's probably going to be the last song she plays.
I would like to get to know if I can.
Look at Thunder trying to get in there. Thunder trying to get on there.
Always got something to say. You know what I'm trying to say?
Thunder trying to get on the remix. Listen.
When she pull out that the remix.
I wonder if she's going to play the remix. I would love to see the remix. And what if she had Queen Latifah, Yo-Yo, and MC Light come in there for the remix? They're supposed to be doing this at Tyler Perry Studio. So what if she had them come on there and do the remix, homeboy? That would be, I would lose it if they did that. But I Want to Be Down. She has Best Friend with Ray J. I don't think is Ray J in the song? Or I know he's in the video. Dope dance routine in the video. Got the homeboy Swooping Lamar way back in the background over there. Co. She has Broken Hearted featuring Wanye on here. Co-song. Baby. Baby is one of my favorites. I remember dancing to Baby at Southside Skating Ring, homeboy. I'm going to be honest with you, Ace. I just think that she has those 4 songs.
Hold on.
Those 4
what about
songs.
The song that she got with Wanye, bro? Broken
Hearted. You stepped away for a second. She got Broken Hearted, and she has Baby. She was on, I think she was in Times Square, had the bubble coat. They was doing it. That's when I think she was.
Yo. Hold on, time out. What I think is going to change the game about Brandy. Brandy used to be the queen of remixes, bro.
Yes.
Her remixes used to be better than the original joints. And
I love all of the people who are our age that was on when they were our age. So we've been following Brandy all of our life, from Moesha all the way. She's grown up literally in front of us, though, bro. So I'm looking for this. We get to sit up in my room yet. That is a good point. This is those all 4 songs of the first Brandy album, right? All bangers, classics. She has Have You Ever. If she pulls out The Boy's Mind as well, last song, we'll get to that. She has Sitting Up in My Room. Oh my gosh. Really? What are you talking about right now?
See, this is why Kim can't come on.
Oh my gosh, Kim!
Right here, this blasphemy.
That is. I'm not gonna say that's like disrespecting Beyonce. It's not that level, and it's not disrespecting Babyface level. It's not disrespecting Teddy Riley.
So they both have classes. How they both?
Oh my God! Listen, you tell me another female. Kim, you saying that you probably think Ashanti dope. Hold on one second. Let's run this back.
Ashanti is dope, but
she is dope, but she ain't got Brandy on here. Let's talk about this though. She has Sitting Up in My Room, Top of the World featuring the boy Mace. She has Missing You from Set It Off. Now, mind you, Kim, the Brandy album Never Say Never sold 17 million hard copies. This is when hard copies mattered back in the day. $17 million. So you tell me another artist who you like that sold 17 million, period. Then we can start talking about something. Don't get out here disrespecting no Brandy. Listen, she has Full Moon. She has What About Us? She has He Is. Talk About Our Love, featuring the original Kanye West, produced by the original Kanye West, when Kanye was still Kanye. She has Who Is She to You? She has Aphrodisiac. She has Right Here. She has Put It Down with Chris Brown. She has, listen, bro, Full Moon is probably one of the best R&B albums that you'll listen to. Aphrodisiac is one of the best R&B. Like you would be hard pressed to tell me another album that's just killing it. Like it is Full Moon, bruh. When I talk about somebody's music who tells a story of time of where I was, like I know exactly what I was doing when I listened to Full Moon and Aphrodisiac. So I think, bro, Brandy just has more hits to pick from.
Listen,
Now,
this is about to bring like she better drop an album immediately after Verzuz.
you know what the crazy thing?
This is about to remind. Oh, she's got a project coming.
I read that she had a project that came out like last month.
No, I thought she was about to drop one because they were talking. Because I thought they were talking about her recording process, right? So they're saying she doesn't use auto-tune. What she does is she actually, when she dubs her voice, she is able to hit the runs the exact same and put like this flanger on there that makes it have the appearance of auto-tune, but she is just hitting pitch perfect every single time, even with her doubles. I'm like, bro, listen.
Listen, let's just talk about this, right? Because here's the thing. When her second album, The Never Say Never, this was the album that Darkchild executive produced. This was
I was about to say one of the best in-house producers.
Yes, right? I thought I wasn't tripping. I knew Brandy just came out with something, bro.
Okay.
It was
I'm about to check it out.
Yeah.
My list right now.
But here's the thing, though, right? The album that I believe that just came out, when you look at the producers, it's the who's who. It is all of her albums. When I'm looking at these, I'm thinking that Full Moon was Aphrodisiac was executive produced by Timbaland. And the feel of it, if you go back and listen to it, it really does have that Aaliyah kind of feel to it, right? The 1 in a million feel to it. But I'll tell you this though, man, that Never Say Never was the one when Darkchild was on fire, coming off of the Mary J. Blige album that he produced. He was the top of the top of the top of the top of the top. Young Darkchild, right? And I'm looking at her albums, and even like Aphrodisiac, even the Human album, she has production, Timbo on there, Neo writing songs on there, The Dream writing songs on there, Stargate writing songs on there. And I'm looking at every single Brandy project, and yes, Nunu. So when I'm looking at it, I saw that Brandy had the 211, which is also dope. And shout out to Ralph, because he called that when it was the
beat. He did.
But listen, I'm gonna be honest, whether or not you like the album or not, the one thing that I would say about a Brandy project is that it's gonna have great songwriting and the production is gonna be dope. Now, whether or not you like that sound or not is a whole other story. But when I'm looking at, you go back and you look at go look at the credits for it, and you just look at any of her albums and you see who are the writers or some of the best pens in the business have wrote for Brandy. So I haven't listened to this particular album, but I expect that it'll be dope. They sleeping on Brandy though, bro. I've always been big on Brandy, but it's also because, like I said, I mean, I've watched Brandy grow up my entire lifetime though, bro.
Yo, man, the thing is, the other thing that we forget about Brandy is she put on Ray J. Like, Ray J had to, if Ray J didn't have a sister named Brandy, he wouldn't have fought as hard to not become Brandy's little brother. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you want to say about Ray J, the dude is a tech giant. He's, he knows how to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? He is like, to me, and this is gonna be weird. I'd have to explain it later, but he to me is like Nick Cannon's.
I knew you was gonna say that, bro. I knew you was gonna say Nick Cannon.
He is like
he's like Nick Cannon. He's like Nick Cannon's alter ego.
Yeah.
I knew you was gonna say that, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, Ray J got the mean sidestep. You come at him, he'll sidestep you, push in the pool real quick.
Yep.
Right. He still remains relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
even without music.
And to be quite honest, all of this, I've never been blown away by. Well, I take that back. What's the Ray J song? Girl, What you doing tonight? This is your phone and thing. You just got the Neptunes when the Neptunes were first starting to build it on up. That album that Ray J had, fire album. Fire album. That one right there is one of those things, though. But I agree with you though, man. I think that Ray J is Brandy. That y'all better stop playing, bro. This is the thing that I thought about. And I hate to have everything always come back to this. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you, this is one of the reasons why. Let me connect these dots for you.
All right.
When I got the research department, research to look up this, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, the Ace Kennedy. While I looked at it, and it confirmed why I appreciate Brandy the way I do, right? It also reminded me of why I'm in the beehive there, homeboy. Let me tell you where I'm going with this, Ace Kennedy. Because the Beyonce hasn't fell off, bro. When I'm looking at this, I look at this and I think that Brandy's album sales peaked, and then just like with a lot of the people who do these competitions, especially as far as singers, there's a drop off where you're not as popular as you were. The sounds change, something happens, but like the B7 came out, and I knew that it came out, but I wasn't, I didn't check. I had to literally get the research department to tell me that it was out. But even with that said, though, her album sales just kind of declined. And decline. And the more your album declined, the less popular you are, the less push you get, whatever. I get that. But it made me appreciate Beyonce, bro, that much more, because I haven't seen a decline in Beyonce, though, bro. If anything, I think that Beyonce is as popular as ever. And I can appreciate that as someone who's an artist I've been trying to, get on as long as they have been. I look at that and I'm thinking like, wow, Beyonce's never not been hot. Okay. I think that's incredible, bro.
I had to say something. I did not like Black is King.
Wait a minute.
Finish him.
Let me ask you something, bro.
What's up?
What don't you like about it?
It was boring to me. I didn't find it entertaining. I mean, it's my thing. This is my thing, bro. It's Beyonce. So a lot of times when we see Beyonce do something that's artistic, that's out there, it's Beyonce. So she gets a pass. I think if any other artist did that, you would say the same thing. And plus, you're like president of the Beehive. And the fact is, it was boring to me. Don't get me wrong. I like the choreography. I like the sets that they used. I like how the story element, like it was one long movie music video, but I wasn't impressed.
Slash Brother Podcast, man. We can go ahead and go home, bro.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Listen, bro. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Let me tell you what makes this incredible. What makes this incredible is the cinematography behind the visuals, right? Everything from the creative aspect of the costumes, the lighting, the storytelling. You're saying you like a lot of stuff, but then you still say that it's boring.
The music.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. See, this is my problem with you people. The music tells the story. So how do you not like the story how do you like the story and not like the music if the music tells a story? Everything is based around putting music to this storyline.
I understand that, Charles. Listen to think. This is what I'm saying, right, bro? I understand I as a creator, right? It's not that I said it. I know I said I didn't like it. It's not for me. That's my line. It's not for me. I understand the creative behind it, the thought process, the attention to detail, everybody that was involved from the choreography to the planning, the cinematography, the cameras that they use. They look like they use something above the red cameras. Like, listen, to have Disney stamp behind that. Of course, it was centered around the Lion King and blackety black, everything. But I still did not like the fundamental, it wasn't for me, the fundamental part of it, which is the music. I'm not going to go and listen to that album in my car. So you try to tell me you driving around listening to that album? That's what you do?
Yes.
I'm not.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Has 0 plays on my stuff. 0 plays for me.
Ace Kennedy, Bun B came out.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of listening here, man, this Trill OG Bun B.
That's right.
I'm out here to tell y'all that this boy Tory, and this is my Bun B voice. Trill OG Bun B in the house. I can't go through because I was gonna bust out laughing. But the boy Bun B came out, said, "Hey, nah, that's some sucker stuff. He ain't welcome here no more."
That's right.
Listen, bro, I gotta be completely honest with you, man. We've been trying to tell these people that Megan Thee Stallion is a Texas treasure and should be protected as such.
As such.
I am glad to see one of the OGs come out and give this the stamp. I gotta say that I am a little surprised that it didn't happen sooner, but nevertheless, I'm happy, pleasantly surprised that it was the Trill OG Bun B that came on out. It wouldn't surprise me if you see more and more people coming on out to defend her, but I think that Bun B coming out and saying this as one of the elder spokespersons of, okay, I see you. I think of him coming on out here though, homeboy. Says that it's a no-flight zone out in Texas out here for the homie. And he did give a good point. He said it's very likely that the boy Tory Lanez is probably going to get deported. I didn't think about that here, man.
This is true.
Did not think about that though, bro. Ace Kennedy, to that, you say what's that?
I'm grateful that an OG, a legend, somebody who is a spokesman for Texas, to come out and rep for my girl. You know what I'm saying? He did say, like, everybody that's really close to her, like her mom, her grandmother, and other members of her family that could protect her, they not there. So somebody has to. She's out in LA all by herself. You know, everybody wants to comment on how they think she should have handled this and what they thought she should have did or whatever. She told exactly why she did what she did, but she's also not about to have somebody defraud her name on something that isn't true, especially when she's like, listen, I'm trying to help you out because even though you shot me, I still feel a certain level about what's going on in this climate. We just got finished talking about, you know, the young man that got shot 7 times. If the cops would have found out that there was a gun in the vehicle, ain't no telling what would have happened, because the police department treated me like crap when I was at the precinct. That's what she said. And I'm the one that shot here. I have 2 leaking feet. And you mean to tell me that you're going to, like, I need some medical attention and you trying to ask questions about X, Y, and Z. But no, you're going to have your people and your publicists out here in these blogs trying to defraud my name. Like, no, stop playing with me. Like, no. So I appreciate the fact that that Bun B stepped up and said something. And I feel like, you know, I love that all of these people are coming out like, yo, the boy Tory Lanez got some questions to answer, bro.
Listen, man.
Yeah, I've been on it. Like, yo, it's crazy, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you here, bro. One of the things that I think that is an interesting thing about this whole thing is the fact that she's still. Listen, man. It makes me like her that much more. The fact that she was mindful enough to even feel like I know the G code. Let me at least protect them from the laws because I know what they've been doing to people who look like you, right?
Right.
So I have that much more respect for her to say, you just shot me, but I'm still going to protect you from them because I know that I'm alive. I know what they can do to you, what they would do, what they have done to you, right? Bro, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
What's up?
I'm almost fearful of if Jay Prince even formally says anything, what that would mean and what that would hold weight. Jay Prince is typically someone who speaks very little, and when he actually does say something, what he says holds a lot of weight. And it seems like there's not a soul who ears does not go up in the music industry when Jay Prince says anything. Now, Jay Prince has not put out a platinum record since probably Ghetto Boys or anything. But Jay Prince and Jay Prince Jr. are the ones who they credit as finding Drake. You know what I'm saying? So still knows, still has. I am almost fearful of what would happen if the boy Jay Prince formally comes out and says something. I know that he probably has his opinion. I know that he already probably has to have had some conversation about it because I'm pretty sure, like most of the people from Houston, all the artists, you know, that are from Houston, I don't think that Houston is a huge circle. You know, I mean, where people are, it's small, right? Atlanta, the circle of people here are small. That's why you see a lot of collaborations and things like that. But I would imagine, though, man, that people know what Jay Prince thinks already. But if he hasn't formally come out and say something, that means something, bro.
Yeah. I
would almost. It's an unsaid thing that there has to be that no-fly zone, bro. But I just think that I don't know. It does make me think. The last time we were talking, bro, you missed this, but we were talking, and the homie Chris topped the bad guy. And the homie Mark even said, well, it depends on what kind of song Tory Lanez come out with. If he comes out, and I brought up this point, that Rihanna forgave Chris Brown and Chris Brown went to jail. That boy had to hit her with the mean headbutt, right? And we were trying to figure out, well, what exactly did Chris Brown say to Rihanna, right? So then it still begs to ask, well, what exactly was the conversation? But even aside from that, I'm going to ask you since you're here, is there any way that Tory Lanez can come back? I told them, Black people are very forgiving. We've forgiven people who've done far worse. So Ace Kennedy, is there anything that Tory Lanez can do to redeem himself and get back into the good graces of Black America, hip-hop community?
Yes.
What is it that he can do?
Unfortunately, what he can do is explain his side of the story. He has to take ownership. Now here's the thing. I'm jumping the gun because I don't know his side of the story.
Facts.
I'm just saying, I'm just answering the question as it was presented. So if he really did shoot her, okay, then he has to explain his side of the story and accept responsibility. Unless there is something against what she's saying, like unless he can prove that, you know, the stuff that's been coming out about him, you know, whatever. I need to hear. He has to say his side of the story.
Right.
He has to accept responsibility. He has to come out with a fire song. And then he's going to have to become a spokesman for, brutality against women. Like he's got, and here's the thing. It will take time. It's not an overnight thing because at the end of the day, he didn't molest any kids. He didn't, fortunately, he didn't kill anyone.
Ace Kennedy,
what's up?
Let me ask you this. Chris Brown went to jail for putting them hands on Rihanna, went to jail, got fat, and within a month of being released from jail, performed on the BET Awards. Fast forgiveness. And people still listen.
Even when he performed, they didn't all the way forgive him. It's because his first album dropped, didn't do like that. He
still was provided the biggest stage in Black music.
He was.
So my question to you is that Chris Brown did his time, whatever that was, came out within a month, was forgiven. You mean it? And these boys said Chris Brown came out with deuces, bro.
Here's the difference.
Boy said it ain't Thriller.
Here's the difference. Number one, you said Rihanna forgave him, but here's the other thing though, because she knew what part she played in all of that too.
Sure.
But regardless, the other piece that we're missing here is that the Tory Lanez stuff is happening inside of cancel culture. So that's what's going to be the biggest hole to get out of, because most people are like, cancel culture is ready to get people out of here. Like that is their job, to get people out of here.
I'm this close away from just unfollowing Tory Lanez altogether, bro. I'm trying to give him the opportunity to say something.
I understand that.
But if you got anybody else other than Megan Thee Stallion, the Texas treasure, who needs to be protected at all costs, Ace Kennedy, I don't know if I can forgive Tory Lanez, even if he apologized every single day and came out with a song that was better than Thriller.
But here's
better than Whip Appeal. If Tory Lanez came out with a song that's better than My Prerogative, if he came out with a song that's better than Poison, if he came out with a song that's better than Before I Let Go, I don't know that I can forgive Tory Lanez for shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot.
I understand, but at the same time, I am not fixing to fall for the trap of being guilty in court of public opinion. I still need to hear his side of the story. And again, you and I have ran through, and even y'all did a wonderful job on the last week, right? Y'all have done an incredible job explaining the possible outcomes of what he could have did. I just want to hear what he has to say. That's my thing.
It's time. It's Dame time. It's Tory Lanez time. I need something. I need to know something here, bro.
I need to know something too. That's what I'm saying. I just want to hear his side of the story. And I don't think we're probably gonna get it. That's the crazy part. We're probably not gonna get it. And if we don't get it and we're just left to our own devices, then I have to go off of her word, because I just don't see her lying about something that happened like that.
I'm trying to give him the opportunity. If I don't hear him say something, he's getting canceled on my end.
He's on
I don't want to be he on the clock. I don't want to be a part of cancel culture. But if she was sticking to the G code and said, I'm not saying nothing, but now you force me to tell what happened, and this is what happened. If you're not coming back out here and refuting what she's saying or explaining yourself, I'm inclined to agree with what she's saying, because I know that people from Texas don't lie.
Yeah.
That's all. Hey, Kennedy.
That's all. Yo, man, listen, I love everybody in the comments. Thank y'all for hanging out with your boys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you again on.
Whoa. One thing. First off, I have to say this. I was going to wait, but I might as well tell you this right now.
Okay.
Boy, Charlie Venus on the mic is yours over here, performing on Friday after this show. Shout out to the homeboy Mark Lane. The flyer is going to be coming out real soon. You're going to see your boy on here dropping a couple of songs real fast. These might be songs that may or may not appear on the Bel Air 2, but it's going down on Friday, y'all.
I'm a little salty.
Yes, sir.
I was supposed to be on that show. I ain't get the call.
You did it last time, bro. What you need to do?
I was told that I got to call back.
The mic is yours. The mic is mine, not yours this time. Flyers coming on out.
That's right. Shout out to
was yours,
name, man.
So you should see the flyer coming out on this just as soon as I get it. You know, I'm posting it on out there on the Slash Words page, my page. Check that on out as soon as this. I'm pretty much doing exactly what you did the last time, where you hopped off here, went on over there. So absolutely, I'm still trying to figure out which songs that I'm gonna do. I think I got the 2 down. I'm gonna try to do it the unplugged style. It's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, but we gotta run through that at least tomorrow or Thursday. We need to run through that, because I need to make sure you straight. I ain't trying to have you sounding crazy.
I ain't trying to, yeah. Hey, man,
Much
appreciate
love.
y'all for jumping in these comments, though. Slash Brothers, man, we out this thing. Take us home, Ace Kennedy, because I'm hungry. Mm. 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 Hey.
The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast. The greatest podcast.
John Wall.